Hey anime fans, welcome to our channel Anime Rewind. In today's video, we are going to recap a 2014 anime series named Trinity 7. So without wasting any more time, let's get to the video. At the beginning of the story, Arata Kasuga dreams about finding a grimoire, which is a book of spells. But just as he was about to take it, he woke up from his sleep. After that, Arata shared his dream with Lilith, Asami, and the rest of the group. However, Lieselot ends up seducing him instead, and the situation becomes more complicated when Arata gives in to the girl's seduction. This in turn causes Lilith and Selena to become angry because Lieselot is currently using Selena's body. The situation is further complicated when Arata responds to the girl's seduction. After that, they shifted gears and resumed their conversation about the dream that Arata had. Ilya speculates that there is some significance to Arata's dream due to the fact that he is one of the potential candidates for the role of Demon Lord. Sora believes that his dream may have something to do with Lilith because Arata has been having recurring dreams about her in his sleep. After hearing that, Lilith's face flushed with embarrassment as she tried to hide her laughter. She had a hard time believing that Arata would frequently have dreams about her. But then Lilith told Arata and the others about her grimoire, that her grimoire, Hermes Apocrypha, suddenly lit up. However, when Arata touched it, the grimoire instead absorbed the magical power that he possessed. This prompted Sora and Ilya to rush over to assist their master. And after that, much to everyone's surprise, the grimoire was suddenly transformed into a young girl. While everyone else in the group is dumbfounded by the transformation, the young girl unexpectedly refers to Arata and Lilith as her parents, which catches both of them off guard. Despite this, after Arata has recovered from the initial shock, she begins to question the girl about her identity. On the other hand, she asks him to christen her rather than naming her herself. In response, he suggests the name Lilim for her because of her resemblance to Lilith. The child gladly accepts this name. Eren, who had just learned that Arata had a child with Lilith, hurried over there as soon as she heard the news. She and the other members of Trinity 7 were instantly captivated by the adorableness of the child. Eren immediately understood upon seeing Lilim that the young girl was in fact the child of Arata and Lilith. This was due to the fact that Eren was able to sense the magical energy that both Arata and Lilith were emitting from the little girl. After learning that Arata's touch on Lilith's grimoire resulted in the birth of Lilim, the remaining members of the Trinity 7 begged Arata to place her hands on their own grimoires, so that they too could have a child. But then Arata instead collapsed unconscious, and it turned out that the reason for this was because Lilim had absorbed quite a lot of the magical power that Arata had been putting out. The headmaster was talking to Liber, the leader of the Iscariot, about the reopening of the Eternal Library and the Demon Lord who was locked inside it. After realizing that their adversary this time possesses a power that cannot be underrated, the headmaster then requests that Liber call upon Hijiri and Love and put them in charge of providing assistance to Arata and Trinity 7. Next, the scene shifts and we see that the White Demon Lord, known as Last Trinity, has risen from his slumber. This revelation suggests that the magic spell that had been preventing access to the Eternal Library has been broken. It would appear that the spell necessary to close off access to the Eternal Library was included in the Hermes Apocrypha, which was Lilith's grimoire. Not only was the grimoire capable of absorbing the magical energy that Arata was emitting, but it was also able to break the seal that had been placed on the Eternal Library, which resulted in the White Demon Lord finally rising. Last Trinity has her sights set on becoming the one and only Demon Lord, and as part of this goal, they intend to eliminate Arata, who is currently the Demon Lord candidate. That night, Arata woke up and told Trinity 7 about the White Demon Lord dream he had. But then, a supernatural phenomenon takes place in the school, and they immediately discover that it is a Luxuria breakdown phenomenon. As a result, they get ready to confront the person who is the mastermind behind the magical phenomenon. It was around this time that Love and Hijiri also showed up at the school. At the same time, demon beasts started making an appearance there. At first, they suspected that Love and Hijiri were responsible for the phenomenon that they had observed. Hijiri, on the other hand, revealed to them that the Master of Eternal Library was the mastermind behind the phenomenon of the breakdown. When Lilith heard this, she immediately thought of Hohenheim, who created the Outer Alchemy and was the first person to own the Hermes Apocrypha. Hijiri asserted that Hohenheim was the one who initially conceived of the concept of the last Trinity and then imprisoned him in the Eternal Library. In light of the fact that the seal has been broken, the White Demon Lord now harbors the desire to vanquish Arata and wipe out all life on Earth. Love then requested that Arata determine whether or not the White Demon Lord was present. Simultaneously, a massive white dragon materialized before them and immediately began launching attacks against them. Levi and the other 4 members of the Trinity Sevens made the decision to take on the white dragon with the assistance of Love. Meanwhile, Arata and the other members of the Trinity Sevens will take on the White Demon Lord. When they finally met, the White Demon Lord absorbed Arata's magic energy, causing him to lose strength and collapse. When the White Demon Lord began his assault, Hijiri and Eren wasted no time in racing to him to offer their protection. Even though Eren is a Trinity 7 and Hijiri is an Iscariot, they don't hesitate to work together to protect Arata. They even combine their forces in order to defend themselves against the assault of the White Demon Lord. However, it turned out that the artificial Demon Lord had the ability to regenerate in a short amount of time, and as a result, they were completely defeated by it. In point of fact, despite suffering severe injuries as a result of being struck by Yui's meteor shower, the White Demon Lord was still capable of surviving and recovering from his ordeal. Hijiri and the others were having a difficult time defending themselves against the assault of Last Trinity. But Arata couldn't do anything to help them because Last Trinity kept taking all of his magical energy. Trinity 7, on the other hand, who were fighting the enormous white dragon, started to feel overwhelmed as well. This was due to the fact that the dragon turned out to have a power that could not be underestimated, despite the fact that they had attacked the dragon at the same time. After her battle with the dragon, Akio eventually runs out of energy and reverts to her normal form. Love and Levi, who were on opposing sides, came to the conclusion that they needed to collaborate in order to vanquish the massive dragon. This decision was similar to that of Hijiri and Eren. Their assaults were successful in severing several different parts of the dragon's body. On the other hand, similar to Last Trinity, the enormous dragon possesses the ability to rapidly replenish its health. As a result of this, Mira, Akio, and Liselot combined their respective powers, and as a result of this, they were ultimately successful in defeating the enormous dragon. On the other hand, Lilith then embraced Arata in an effort to shield him from the attack that was being launched by the Last Trinity. On the other hand, it actually brought back memories of Arata's dream from before Lilim's appearance, and as a result, he tried once more to steal Lilith's grimoire, which was lying nearby. Because Lilim was created from Arata's very own magical energy, Arata next requested that Lilim lend her some of her power. He finally gets up and makes an attempt to defeat Last Trinity with the assistance of Lilith. As well as Sora and Ilya, who are Arata's grimoire. After reaching the level of Paladin, Arata reached out and grabbed Lilith's hand. The two of them then collaborated to launch a crushing attack on Last Trinity, which ultimately resulted in the destruction of the artificial Demon Lord's body. Despite this, the Last Trinity was still working hard to gather itself back together from its shattered remains. Upon seeing this, Arata and Trinity 7, aided by Hijiri and Love, simultaneously launched attacks until finally Last Trinity was completely destroyed and could no longer rise from the ashes. On the other hand, the headmaster who watched them fight appeared pleased to see Arata's growing abilities, and he revealed to Liber that Arata was, in fact, a candidate for the role of the Demon Lord who would rule over everything. The final scene of the film depicts Lilim bidding farewell to Arata and Lilith while assuring them that she will never leave their sides. After that, Lilin was no longer present because she had transferred all of her magical power to Arata, which resulted in the transformation of the young girl into the grimoire. That's all for this video. Hope you have enjoyed watching this video. So, who's your favorite character in the movie? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so that you'll never miss any updates.